You're here because you filled out a survey about a guy. And there's good news. This guy scored an A minus. He is a very good guy. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is hardworking when it comes to things he enjoys, but he's not the type to push himself out of his comfort zone just for the sake of chasing a big career. If things get difficult or stressful at work, he may quietly step back or leave the situation instead of fighting through it. He might talk about dreams sometimes, but he's more likely to stay where he feels comfortable rather than making risky moves for success.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he is more likely to quietly withdraw instead of facing problems head on. He usually avoids conflict and doesn't like dealing with tough situations, so he won't fight back or try to fix everything right away. He prefers peace over struggle, even if it means missing out on growth.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He usually isn't fighting with anyone at work because he avoids arguments and doesn't like to raise his voice. People may find him friendly and easy to be around as he is enthusiastic and cares about others' feelings. Most people will see him as pleasant but a bit quiet or distant.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he will be happy for you and feel proud rather than insecure. He isn't worried about competing with you, and your success does not threaten his sense of self. He may not show his feelings with fancy words, but you'll see genuine warmth and quiet support.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he won't secretly resent you or feel insecure about it. He doesn't measure his worth by money, so your bigger paycheck won't bother him deep down. He cares more about how you treat him than who brings home more money.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He isn't someone who plans every rupee or keeps strict budgets, so you might notice that he spends on things he enjoys without thinking too much about saving. He can be generous and likes nice experiences, but sometimes this means he won't worry much about wasting money or looking for better deals. If you ask, he'll listen, but don't expect him to be naturally careful with money or stick to strict routines.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He enjoys the good things in life and sometimes spends on what catches his eye. But he doesn't usually show off or pretend to be richer than he is. He's not too concerned about keeping up appearances or impressing others with flashy things. It's not about showing off, but more about enjoying the moment.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is open handed and warm hearted, often willing to help or share what he has, both with money and kindness. You'll find he's quick to step in for someone in need or to treat loved ones to small joys, even if he doesn't think much about the cost. Overall, he brings a generous spirit to both relationships and daily life.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is generally open about money and not someone who hides things or tries to control you with finances. You won't find him keeping secrets about how much he earns or spends. If something is on his mind, he tends to share it simply, without drama or games.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He doesn't believe housework is just your job. He may not be the most organized person or follow a strict routine, but he doesn't expect you to handle everything alone. For him, sharing chores is about keeping things pleasant and working as a team, not about gender roles.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's happy to pitch in with chores or childcare rather than just supervising you from the side. If you ask him for help with cleaning or diapers, he'll step up, even if he doesn't always notice what needs to be done on his own. But once called on, he'll get involved, making sure you're not left alone to manage everything.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He genuinely tries to understand your side and isn't interested in arguing just to prove he's right. When there's a disagreement, he avoids fighting and prefers to listen quietly rather than push back and insist on his own views. You'll find more understanding than stubbornness with him.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he stays mostly respectful and doesn't say hurtful things or act aggressive. He's not the type to yell, make mean remarks, or create a big scene. If something upsets him deeply, he'll step back until he feels calm again.
Does he have a bad temper?
No, he's not the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. In fact, it takes quite a bit for him to really lose his cool. He prefers to walk away from tension rather than raise his voice or start a fight. This isn't a red flag for anger issues, as he doesn't use his emotions to scare or control you.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He is able to say sorry and take responsibility when he makes a mistake. He doesn't like conflict or blaming others. So if something goes wrong, he's more likely to quietly admit it was his fault instead of making you feel bad. His simple, kind approach means he'll own up and try to fix things rather than blame you.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
Yes, he will respect your boundaries and understands that no means no. He is gentle by nature and does not want to cause discomfort or push you into anything you don't want. He wants peace and kindness in the relationship and takes your feelings seriously.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
No, he doesn't take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He understands that everyone has their own feelings and doesn't think your no is a rejection of him as a person. He values your comfort and trusts that you care for him even when you need space.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Yes, you can trust him to handle private moments with care. He values kindness and peace in the relationship and would never use your vulnerable moments to hurt or embarrass you later. Even if you have disagreements, he won't bring up private details to win an argument or shame you.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's the type who values emotional connection and warmth, so he isn't easily distracted by other women. When he's in a relationship, he prefers to focus on building comfort and joy with you rather than chasing attention elsewhere. If you treat each other kindly and support one another, he'll stay loyal.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
No, he's not over possessive or likely to act jealous, controlling, or suspicious. He values peace and trusts you, so he won't watch your every move or question your friendships. You won't find him setting rules about where you go, who you talk to, or making you feel trapped.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
No, his protective nature is not a cover for being controlling. When he cares for you, it's about kindness and making sure you're comfortable, not about telling you what to do or taking away your freedom. If he worries about you, it comes from a gentle place, not from wanting power or control.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He sees parenting as a team effort and doesn't expect you to do everything by yourself. He wants the family to feel happy and connected, and he's willing to play his part, whether it's helping with homework, bedtime, or just sharing fun moments together. With him, you won't feel alone on the parenting journey.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he will stay calm rather than lose his temper. He's not quick to yell or punish. Instead, he keeps his cool and tries to comfort or understand what the child is feeling. He prefers gentle guidance and believes in solving problems with patience.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
Yes, he will support you as both a mother and your own person. He understands that you have dreams, interests, and needs outside of just being a parent. He won't expect you to give up your career or hobbies, and he'll be proud to see you shine in your own way.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
No, he's not the kind of man who will support your career now only to ask you to quit after you have a child. He truly wants you to be happy and fulfilled in every stage of life, including your work. If you want to keep working, he will stand by you and help where he can, sharing family responsibilities.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He will treat your parents with real warmth, not just act polite on the surface. He naturally cares about people's feelings and enjoys building happy relationships. So your parents will sense his genuine kindness. Even if he's sometimes quiet or reserved, his actions will show respect and friendliness. He will try to adjust to your family rather than expect them to change for him.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will handle it calmly rather than make things worse. He isn't someone who likes to fight or get dramatic when problems come up. Instead, he will keep his cool, avoid loud arguments, and try not to add fuel to the fire.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
No, he's not the kind of man who acts modern with you, but secretly expects you to be a perfect traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. He values your happiness and wants you to be yourself both at home and with his family. He prefers peace and comfort over strict rules and doesn't want you to pretend or hide your true self.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he'll support you rather than staying out of it or siding with his family. He doesn't like conflict, but your feelings matter deeply to him and he won't leave you to handle tough situations alone. You can count on him to stand by your side even if he's doing it softly and patiently.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is not a typical mummy's boy who always puts his mother's wishes above yours. While he cares about his parents, he also values your happiness and peace in the relationship. If there is a conflict between you and his mother, he won't blindly take her side or leave you to fight alone.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
No, he won't share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. He values peace and understands the importance of keeping personal matters between the two of you. This helps build strong trust between you, so you know your relationship stays private and protected.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Overall, that is why this guy scored an A minus. He's a very good guy. Being with this man day in and day out feels warm, steady, and emotionally safe. He brings a sense of calm to your life, quick to smile, easy to forgive, and eager to share simple joys with you.